Vinyl community, hello, Bruno in Brittany. You see my flag, my Britain flag is tiny here, but it's not it's never far from me. As I said in my previous video, I plan to go to London, and I went to London 1 month ago, and as I learned a lot from the vinyl community, I just try to make a video that can be useful for people who plan to go there as well. So I went there for several days, but I've got one day, a whole day digging, and it was the Wednesday, and the day before I just walked near Covent Garden, and I see this record store called FOP. Came out with one record. It is Who is William Onyeabor? This musician was a Nigerian musician, and he was a big inspiration for Talking Heads, for example, and it is pressed on the David Byrne label, Luaka Bop, and this is a triple record set. So you have one here, and the two others are here. The music of this guy is very special because it's Afrobeat, it's funk, but the groove you hear in that songs seems to be never ending, and it's going up and up, and yeah, it's really perfect to listen to that in a long time. Yeah, it's perfect for that. So it was the Tuesday, and the Wednesday I decided to find records. I don't know, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I started in the old Spitalfield Market. It is in the north of the city, but well, it's more a market for jewelry, for craft works, and not for records. No. But near Old Spitalfield Market, you have the Brick Lane neighborhood, and in the Brick Lane neighborhood, you have Rough Trade record stores. So quickly, I just can't. It was like a legend falling apart, because this store was like stores we can find here in Brittany or in France, all the same records, new, and so much cheap new records. So no, there was no so much choice, and then I went to the Brick Lane vintage market, and it is like underground. You have to go down steps, and you can find so much things from the 70s or the 80s, and you have a small record shop here, and I bought that in that record shop. The first is Spirit. It's a classic album, psychedelic rock, from the 70s, I think. And the the record is not, the cover is not in good shape, you know, the sleeves, but the record is okay. So yes, Spirit. Then I found that Isaac Hayes, the Isaac Hayes movement. It's not his best record, but it's more. I think it's more soulful than the others, and yes, but it has to be in my collection. And the last one is a new wave record from the early 80s, Scritti Politti, Provision. Oh, it's 80s production, as you can find in that period. So maybe we can say that it does not gets old very easily, but this one is okay. And in the little record shop, you just leave with one record for free. So it was that. It is a 12-inch EP, and it is called. After Brick Lane, I went to Camden Town, and there in a small shop in the market, I found two records, very cheap, like £4 each one, £4. The Moody Blues. It is on the Sorry, it's very difficult for me. Threshold of a Dream. Yeah, I do my best. I take this one. And this one. Grateful Dead. Walking Man's Dead. On Warner Bros. And not far from that, in Camden as well, there is a very little shop, but not in the market, in a little square, or not far from that. I found three records. This classic from Nico, Chelsea Girl. I can't say if it's a reissue or not. It's in perfect condition, the sleeve, but the record is not flat. So of course I didn't see that when I bought it, so I can't go back and give it back to the shop. But it does not. I can listen to it, so yes, it's okay. Then I found this Scott Walker, Scott 3. This one is a reissue as well. I think this is a music on vinyl. Not sure, but yes. And I think it was £10 each. The third one was £1, and because I can like Some of their records. I take this one, the J Gaze Band, Love Stings. Well, I won't listen to this one every day, but for £1, I took it. Then I went to Soho, and there, in the first place, I went to a shop called Sister Ray. And I was surprised because I didn't find so much things for me. Good price and yeah, and good music, both. But I found this one. It is Larry Coryell and Philippe Catherine, called Splendid, and it's on Atlantic. This one was, I think, very, very cheap. I'm not looking only for that type of record, but it was £3, I think. I just took this one. Then I went to another shop called Reckless Record. I think it's in the same street than Sister Ray. And I bought 2 records there. The first one is French music from Martial Solal. It's a reissue. I think it was a reissue from yes, 2013 for a record from 1966, and it is Martial Solal joue Michel Magne, and the name of the album is Electrode. It's a French album. This is a French pressing, and yes, I found it in London. And the label is Cacophonique. The label, I think, is the same that was on the record in '66. Yes. So Martial Solal plays Michel Magne. It is an album between modern classical and synth music, electronic music. Yeah. So it's very unique, and yes, it seems to be the first of a series that Michel Magne decided to create. I've got to check out for more information on that. The second record I came with is a record from Manchester, from a band called A Certain Ratio. So it is this one, ACR, A Certain Ratio, and the name of the record is Force. Maybe I said the record that was the most deceptive because the projection is so 80. Yeah, I think it is it seems to be so old now to listen to that type of production. ACR faults. And the last record shop, but for me the best, because I learned a lot there, was maybe you won't be surprised, Sounds of the Universe. And Sounds of the Universe is the record shop where is based the label Soul Jazz. But as I can find really easily soul jazz records here, I decided not to buy one of them, one of the records of the label, but anything that could interest me. And it is the only record shop in London I visited, you have seen all, that has a special section for London jazz from today. And so, what did I buy? I bought the 12-inch single. No, it's not a single, a 12-inch EP from Nubia Garcia. I was looking for Nubia Garcia's 5, the first one, but no, it's not possible to find one now. It seems that this EP will not be pressed anymore. So, as it is a limited edition, I took it. And yes, it's great. It's what I was expecting, so it's perfect. In the first place, I decided not to buy it because it was not a really album. It's only an EP. But yes, talking with the shopkeeper, I just decided to buy it, and I can thank him now because I'm very happy to have that in my collection. Then I took this guy that I didn't know before going in the shop. It's Moses Boyd Exodus. Sorry, the name of the group, the band, is Moses Boyd Exodus, and the album is Displaced Diaspora. Sorry. So it is that. Moses Boyd is a drummer. You can see him. He is a drummer, and he is part of this jazz scene with Nubia Garcia, with Shabaka Hutchings, Sons of Kemet, that types of bands. And it is, I think, music that was recorded 3 years ago, and you have some featurings here, like Zara McFarlane from Brunswood Records. You have as well Avin Haynes, I don't know. I think there was another Joe Harmon Jones from Brunswood Records as well. Nubia Garcia plays here, and yes, sorry, this is only the only artist that I know of. Yeah. So what the shopkeeper said to me, it is very it is a good example for what was recorded in London 3 years ago, and this one is maybe, I don't know, with more electronic maybe, and this is more what is recorded today, because there is a big evolution. They are looking for new styles, and yes. And the last record I've got to show to you today is this Chip Wickham on Love Monk. I think that Love Monk is a Spanish label, and Chip Wickham is a flutist and sax players from England as well, London. And yes, I think he is from London. And well, the name of the album is Shamal Wind. Chip Wickham. Teddy, Eat Sleep Vinyl. I've shown the first album from this guy. So I've got both now. And before going, we just have a little chat with that guy, and he just write down for me this information. I don't know this label called 22A, and it is the label, it seems to be the label from Tenderlonious. I don't have anything from this guy. And there is another guy we should look for. I should look for. It is Robbie Rushton. So these two are in my want list now. And yes, it was very pleasant to go to a shop, you know, just to chat with the guy and to learn something. So this is my digging in London. Thank you. Bye.